Welcome back. LT Volk here with episode 51 of the Baldur's Gate 3 Honor Mode playthrough. In this episode, we're gonna continue moving through the Worm's Crossing. But first, let's grab Jaheira, because the next encounter is gonna kinda involve her. Alright, let's grab her.
So Bal's chosen is a doppelganger. I should not be surprised. They have ever been among his favorite servants. Orin is testing you. Either she thinks herself a predator, playing with her food, or she fears what you might do. Good.
She wants us paranoid, likely to make a mistake.
Exactly. The last time I fought doppelgangers, the Balspawn Sarevok was using them to subvert the city government, aid his rise to power. But Orin, he's more predator than politician, I think. She simply wants to make us feel hunted, isolated. Tell the Lordling that Orin is watching. Seems that Gortash and Orin have had a little falling out. We should leverage that.
Alright, join me.
Flattered as I am, you're fully supported as it is.
You'll take Gale's spot.
At your command. Call
Okie
and I
dokie.
answer.
And I moved some of the equipment into Jaheira's inventory. So now I'm just gonna equip it. And you can see why. The Elven Chain is a pretty good high AC medium armor. We're gonna give her this Sentinel Shield for +2 AC. And it also gives her extra bonuses to initiative rolls and advantage on perception ability checks. We'll give her Wondrous Gloves to increase her AC further. Helmet of Arcane Acuity, which whenever she deals damage with a weapons attack, she gains 2 Arcane Acuity, which is pretty darn good. Speedy Light Feet, mainly just for the athletics. I don't think I'm gonna be trying to use any of the electrical charges. There's Band of the Mystic Scoundrel, so after hitting a creature with a weapons attack, she can cast illusion or enchantment spells with a bonus action. And then we'll give her this Shifting Corpus Ring as well. Alright, looks pretty darn good. Yeah. And now let's leave camp, buff up, and move on to the Harper hideout, I guess. Right? I think that was the plan. Anywho, let's go. And up here, gonna cast Lone Strider, as usual, on everybody. And then my character is gonna cast Speak with Animals on himself. And then I'm gonna conjure a Water Elemental, and us as well. And let's see. Shadowheart, do you have anything that you need to cast right now? Nope. Jaheira is gonna summon some minor elementals, the ice kind. Okie dokie. I think we're more or less ready.
Another step forward.
So gonna continue moving this away towards Worm's fortress, or Worm's Rock Fortress.
Danthelon's is up those stairs, and his Omeluum is beside the door. So the Harpers are waiting too.
Yeah, there we go. Jaheira mentions that the Harper meeting place is up ahead, and the Harpers are ready to move in. Alright.
Welcome to Danthelon's dance.
And let's talk to this Anthorl Danthelon.
Greetings, sir. Your noble bearing brings a little class to my humble
Oh, you can turn off the charm, Entharl. He's with me.
Blueberries. Thought I had a sale. You look tired, Harper.
I missed you too. They're already here?
Down below. Here's the key.
Pleased to meet you, Harper and Tharl.
You seem a nice sort, so I'll assume the insult was accidental.
Entharl's no Harper, and claims no love for those who are. But he's been known to shelter us when we need it.
Entarl has been known to charge rent. Harpers have been known to ignore him. Now go on. The short father may send me an actual paying customer today.
Wait, I would like to take a look at your stock.
To buy? You're already my favorite.
Okie dokie. So, off screen, I tagged a whole bunch of items that I'm not gonna be using. And here we go. We've got quite a few of the items, and it's like almost over 3,000 coins. And we're gonna take this potion of speed, elixir of battle mage power, elixir of cloud giant strength, always good. Potions of superior healing. Some of these smoked powder arrows. Cloak of displacement. We're gonna give it to Jaheira just to make her even harder to hit. And I think that's about it. I don't think there are any other items that we need. What's this mellow harmony? Oh. That's actually kind of cool, but I already got the Falar Alluvi equipped, so not gonna buy it. These gauntlets are actually really good for Lae'zel, but they're also fairly pricey. Let's just grab a supply pack, all of the arrows of many targets, and I think that's about it. We'll take some potions of greater healing as well. And the rest we'll take in gold. Alright, sounds like a plan, Stan.
A pleasure. Jaheira needs more friends like you. Right, Sommy. You're on the door.
And now we're gonna proceed to the meeting of the Harpers. Gonna go down this ladder here. And actually gonna wait a little bit for everybody to make their way down. Because if Jaheira is on the other floor when you initiate this cutscene, they'll act like she's not there. And they're like, oh, who are you? What are you doing here? Alrighty, I think we're ready. Let's do this. Come on, peoples and creatures. Time to go.
Hi, Harper. May Seluna's tears shine on this meeting.
A very formal greeting, Geraldus. You are well?
Yes. Hi, Harper. Standing beneath Seluna's tears.
The lad's a little nervous, Jaheira. We heard of your great victory against Ketheric.
Geraldus isn't nervous. He's terrified. And he's using Seluna's tears as some kind of code.
I understand, Geraldus. Take a moment. And you, Harper. There is something familiar about you. Doesn't she remind you of our old friend Marcus?
Jaheira's meaning is clear. Marcus was a traitor laying a trap. The same, it seems, is happening here.
We're gonna remain silent and wait for Jaheira's signal.
The problem with Marcus, of course. We didn't end on the best of terms.
Okie dokie. So the battle starts. I
And I thought we were going to be friends.
think Jaheira's gonna open up with the Ice Storm, trying to hit all of the enemies here. No, maybe not.
Got to concentrate.
Alright, Shadowheart's gonna go first, use her Spirit Guardians. Then she's gonna click her heels to extend her movement and tag some of these enemies. Alright, did some decent damage and stacked some Radiant Orbs on those two fake Harpers. Now, Shadowheart's gonna run up to the second story and hit this guy with the bow and then move back. Now,
This is the easy part.
Jaheira's gonna cast this Ice Storm and try to hit all of the enemies. Very good. Now Action Surge. And do it again, I guess. Oh, out of those spell slots. Well, that's fine as well. Just Ice Knife into these two. Didn't really do any damage, but it's quite alright. End turn. And end turn. And just because we followed Jaheira's lead, this is a surprise round, and the enemy is not gonna do any actions or anything like that. Alrighty, my character is gonna fire an arrow of many targets and see how many we can hit. And sure. No, actually, we're not gonna use Luck of the Far Realms. Only hit 2 of them, which is still quite alright. And now let's fire on this Harper Layson. And once again, not gonna react. End turn. Karlak is gonna move into a better vantage point. It's gonna Frenzy. And then start throwing. And I think she's gonna throw this Narilna, the Trident, that has pretty good AoE. Did some more damage. And continue throwing. No, we don't need to react. Killed off one of the enemies. And now she's gonna throw it again at this Harper Lestine. And hopefully kill them all. Yep. And there is only one of the fake Harpers remaining. So now Karlak's gonna Action Surge to recover her actions. And yeah, I keep throwing the Narilna. And let's hope. Yep, there we go. Killed them all.
She brought to Bal's side, I wonder.
Mahler's mark.
Pretty easy fight. And now let's talk to Harper Geraldus.
Did I get it right?
Seluna's tears. It is said no false face can stand beneath their light. An old code, Harper. But yes, you got it right. Now I need your report.
We had eyes on suspected cultists in the city, like you asked. We thought we were tracking them, but...
They were tracking you instead. Evidently. Doppelgangers.
And they're not just working with the cult. Hi, Harper. They're part of it. Baalists, I think.
Sworn to Orin the Red, yes. We've already had the pleasure. Go on.
Everything seemed fine until your latest orders. Until we started to search for the Rashomon. They struck the same night. I woke to one of them strangling Chelvin, while smiling at me out of her face. She said... It said... that I'd report back to you as normal. Lure you here, and I had no choice.
I'm sure it felt that way, Geraldus. The others were likely dragged back to Orin. Tortured. Sacrificed. I do not expect you to die for me. But to risk Entharl, any citizen who might have wandered in, there is always a choice. And the Harper must be able to make the hard ones. Perhaps this isn't the life for you after all, Geraldus.
No, Jaheira! Hi, Harper! Please! I'm still a Harper. I want to help!
You've scarcely signed up, boy. And there is a war coming. Why die a Harper when you could still live as anything else?
No one can make that choice for him. Not even you, High Harper.
I want to fight. For Chelvin. For all of them. So it means something.
Death is death. To look for meaning in it is foolishness, boy. Childish storybook nonsense. Exactly the kind the Harper would spout, I suppose. Fine. I have no right to make the choice for you. Not when this mess is of my making. I sent the Harpers hunting after the cult, without thinking what it would mean to be hunted in turn. Now they are compromised. And if not for you, I wouldn't even know it. I'm sorry, Geraldus. Harper. And I owe you an apology as well. I haven't told you everything I hope to learn here today. First, Geraldus, you're the last Harper in the city I can rely on. Lay low and rest while you can. I have matters to discuss with my friend here.
Alright, let's discuss stuff, Jaheira.
Orin knows the hunt. In one stroke, she places the Harpers beyond our reach. Separates us from our pack. Until we know who the false facers are, we cannot trust anyone beyond ourselves.
Except Geraldus.
Except Geraldus. It has been some time since anyone dared rap my knuckles like you did. No less than I deserve. I have not been overly generous with the truth. I came here to learn of the Chosen, true enough. But I set my Harper searching for someone else, too. Tell me, what do you know of a man named Minsk of Rashiman?
Oh my god! Minsk!
The name is as familiar as Jaheira's own. A hero of the time of troubles, who saved the city more than once.
There isn't a Baldurian alive who doesn't know that name.
But few know of his fate, I think. I had hoped to keep it that way. Minsk is an old friend. Perhaps my oldest. We've fought at one another's backs times beyond counting. And the last time I saw him, I left him to die.
What happened?
Before we ever heard of this Absolute, we received word of a gathering in the Undercity. What we found was the first dark seed of this plot. A circle of cultists with mind flayers in their midst. We might have ended it there, cut off at the root, but before I could send for help, Minsk charged in alone. It was chaos. He was overrun, dragged down beneath a mass of tentacles. I had a choice. Stay and let word of this cult die with us, or leave him and live to fight another day.
I'm sorry, Jaheira. That's a cruel choice to have to make.
The world takes much from those who presume to defend it. But sometimes, you get to take it back. So don't be sorry, because I mean to use you, if you're willing. Infection, indoctrination, eradication. That has been the fate of everyone the cult has captured so far, but it has not been yours. With your help, perhaps it need not be Minsk's either.
Then let's find him.
As simply as that? For no other reason than that I asked? Perhaps you two will get along. Oh, the point is moot without the means to find him. Without the Harpers, we shall have to find another path. I'll have a better idea of what that is once we're through the gates. Seems I need to reacquaint myself with this damned city.
There we go. And now I'm actually gonna go to camp and switch out Will for Jaheira.
Looking ahead. I'll give it a shot.
Because the next section's gonna involve some of the Will's story. Alright, there, Will with a Y. Let's go.
The Harpers have been compromised. A balancing power now unbalanced. Jaheira's support has been invaluable. We should return it in kind.
Okie dokie. Join me.
I'd love to join, but I don't think there's enough space for me. I like how you...
There we go.
The pride of the
And
gate.
let's see if he needs any other gear. No, I think he's pretty
Let's move.
well geared
Time to
up.
Press ahead.
But let's talk to other people and see what they have to say about the Harpers.
Orin be damned. Her bloody fingerprints are all over this city.
Alright. Blah blah blah. No. I guess they don't really have. They got like a short quips. Anywho. Let's leave camp. And continue on to the coronation. But here, let's give Longstrider to Will. Where are you, Will? There you are. And actually see if any of these enemies got decent gear. I don't think they do. Got the skill order that we can read. You won't have to wear those Harper smiles much longer. Orin has given the order. Kill the crone. But not before you tell her how her little soldiers died. Preserve some hair and sinew if you can. The Chosen would like to string a harp of her own. That's kind of messed up. And what do we have here? Heavy chest. Some consumable items that I haven't really been utilizing lately. And what about these surveillance notes? The city's Harpers appear to operate independently, each separate cell feeding into a ranking member who oversees the larger network. It's an effective method, distributing their efforts and ensuring that each unit is safeguarded against the infiltration of the others. But once already compromised, this structure is their greatest weakness, with no individual Harper being able to tell where the contamination began and how far it has spread. And so, while they scramble to rebuild themselves, we carry on with the Chosen's work. So yeah. These doppelgangers are keeping an eye on the Harpers and trying to take them off the board. And if you recall, in Act 2, in Moonlight Towers, you can find a lot of correspondence about various ways that the absolutists were trying to gain more power or allies and to remove anybody who would oppose them. Okie dokie. Alright, where is Jaheira? Because I think there's gonna be a conversation with Enthorl. And... oh, we already dropped off Jaheira. Never mind.
Dinner with my parents.
I'm like, where is she? But let's stop at this store right here that's got some more lotions and potions.
Now here's someone who appreciates the finer things. Welcome, sir.
Alright.
Stop. Inhale through the nose. Hold. Exhale slowly through the mouth. Now you've just sampled some of Baldur's Gate's finest incense. Delicious, no?
Glorious. Those are some heady top notes.
Aren't they just? You clearly have excellent taste. What can I do for you, sir?
Quite the establishment you have here.
I must say I'm rather proud of it. The wood paneling cost a fortune, but it's so worth it for the luxe atmosphere it provides.
What have you got in stock?
Everything alchemical from potions to poisons. Just do make sure you read the label before quaffing.
And up here, we'll take Elixir of Heroism. What else? Some Potions of Superior Healing. And up here, no. No. Nope. Here we go. We'll take one of these guys. And we'll take the Hastening Spores. I don't think we've got enough of them to actually make a haste grenade, but it's like one of the best consumable items you can make. Yeah, we'll take all of these guys. Fungal Bamboozler. Yeah, it's decent enough. Yeah. And here, take the gold.
Be sure to savor each purchase.
Alright, you weird old man, you. Let's go, peoples.
Let's go to Calm's Gums. She has the most...
And up here, there is another short conversation that we're gonna experience. And it relates to the murder investigations. Because this lady right here is the brother of one of the targets.
Ahoy, stranger. Thanks for stopping by Calm's Gums. I'm Calm. Well, Carmen. What can I do you for?
I'm gonna use this bard option to say, perhaps leave the taglines to the experts, You haven't quite nailed that pattern.
Ugh. If it's empty patter you want, get your clothes from my brother Figaro. But if it's genuine quality and genuine taste you're after, Calm's Gums has you covered.
Your brother is in danger. I found his name on a serial killer's list.
A killer? That's... God. I've no love from my brother, but that's extreme. He doesn't deserve that. Thanks for warning me, but it's him that needs warning, and he never listens to me.
So, you don't get on with your brother?
You wouldn't either, if you knew him like I did. Since Dad died, he thinks he's cock of the bloody walk, that I should give up my shop and work for family business. For him, dick.
Maybe Figaro wanted his sister close. You just lost your dad, after all.
Maybe you should keep your nose out of where it doesn't bloody belong. Now, you want clothes or not?
Nope, I'm good. And we can talk to this guy. And I think there was a similar character in Baldur's Gate 2, who, like, a wannabe adventurer.
Put him up! Put him up!
Put what up?
Yay! You spoke to me! Nobody ever talks to me! Your fist, silly. I'm trying something out. My name's Narber, adventurer to be, soon to be the best adventurer anyone's ever seen. As soon as I figure out what kind of adventurer I want to be. What do you think? Can I be a fighter?
Just gonna say, maybe pick a different career.
Whew. I was hoping you'd say that. To tell you the truth, I don't actually like hurting people very much, or getting hurt. It's a good job I ran into you.
Alright, yeah. So there was a character kind of like that, I think it was in Baldur's Gate 2, and he was just following you around and initiate conversations and just being really, really annoying.
Not this again.
Uh-huh.
The brain is resisting its orders. Without all three stones to control it, it will soon start acting on its own will.
Alright, thank you, Emperor. Anywho, let's talk to this one of these fists and see if they'll let us in.
You want past? Talk to Ellen.
Okay, Ellen.
Sorry, chum, can't let you through. Worms Rock's closed for the day.
Not close to Duke Ulder Ravengard's own son, surely.
You having a laugh, devil boy? I know Ravengard, and last I knew, his spawn wasn't sporting those horns. The joke's on you. No entry. That's the end of it.
Let's use the Bard Deception here. I'm gonna say, please let me in. I meant to be in the Coronation Orchestra. It's my big break. And let's burn the lock point and get guidance as well. Just to make sure. It's pretty high difficulty class, but we'll see if it actually works. And just enough.
Berkshire minstrels, I swear to hell. Whatever. I'm not getting it in the neck because some flautist was missing. You want the last door on the right. Hop to it, Bard. You're late enough as is. Lower the gates. Special permission.
Alright, and that's why I played the Bard. Rolled a 12 and was a still 30 DC check, which is, I believe that's like a heroic ability to be able to pass a 30 DC. Anywho, let's get in. Oh. Maybe not.
I think it's a true...
Halt! We do not know how you gained entry, but your trespass shall not be punished. Lord Gortash has been expecting you.
The Watcher's presence fades, but another takes its place. Confident, dominant, commanding.
My most esteemed guest, we meet at last. I am Lord Enver Gortash. You are the prison bearer, slayer of the dread General Ketheric Thorm. I welcome you to Baldur's Gate, my city.
This city will never be yours.
It already is. Granted, there are a few formalities to complete, but, well, why don't you come and see? Allow me to formally invite you to my inauguration. Make your way to the ceremonial hall.
Alright.
We shouldn't have any more trouble from the guards.
And I think it's right here to the right. That's what the lady said. First door on the right. And we got Mizora.
It isn't little Will. Straight to your handler. And I didn't even have to whistle.
Mizora, I've had enough. You owe your life to me. Time to end the pact.
Feeling cheeky, are we? Most unbecoming. Heard about your father. The Absolute's puppet. A damned travesty, if you ask me. He's up a splendid party, I hear. Perfect for crashing. Go on up. We'll talk after.
Yeah, and there, my finger slipped accidentally, so sorry about that, but she was just saying he's upstairs in the coronation, something like that. Anywho, let's continue on. Got a little bit of experience there. And now we can go and see the coronation.
Kinspeople, Baldurians, and dearest Duke Ravengard, thank you for joining me on this exceptional day.
It's him. Gortash. This is it. I can practically taste his blood from here.
My father's here, Karlach. Cool your fires. He must not come to harm.
Will is right. We attack Gortash, and Ravengard falls too.
Fine. I'll wait for now. But that prick Gortash is going to pay.
A moment, please, my friends. An old acquaintance has come to pay her respects. Please, Karlach, come and say a proper hello.
My respects? You're lucky I've agreed not to shove my boot up your...
Ah, how I've missed your colourful turns of phrase. We must catch up just as soon as I've had words with your little friend. As for you, I understand congratulations are in order. Thorm's defeat hasn't gone unnoticed. You're known for who you are and for that netherstone that you carry. The quakes are a clear warning. If nobody steps in soon, it'll free itself from the authority of the crown. I expect it'll start with turning the Sword Coasts infected. You among them. That prism of yours won't last indefinitely. Next, the grand design. The Mind Flayer Empire reborn. If we're lucky, we'll become slaves. If we're unlucky, well, not the most thrilling of prospects, but it's a fate that can be avoided. If you and I come to an understanding, together we can still restore authority over the brain.
Of course. Gortash always did have an eye for opportunity.
What kind of understanding do you suggest?
There's an old wisdom. A brittle alliance can never be mended. It can only break. With Ketheric gone, Orin proved treacherous. Baal's chosen wants the Netherstones for herself. She only cares for blood. And your blood and mine are of particular interest to her.
I'm not afraid of her.
You've met her assassins. Efficient killers, by all accounts. I know you survived previous encounters, but she won't relent. Orin changes shape faster than you and I change clothes. You know, she's tricked you before. She's targeted me as well. I'm well protected, but she's extremely good at what she does. If Orin obtains all 3 Netherstones, she'll plunge the coast into chaos and paint the city in blood. I can't let that happen. I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch its earth.
What do you propose?
I'd like to propose a pact. A divine oath sworn upon spirit and flesh. I do no harm to you, nor you to me. Furthermore, you'll have nothing to fear from my steel watch while our pact stands. Thorm's stone is yours to keep. When you slay Orin and take her stone, you bring it here, so the 3 are united once again. Together we rule Faerun as kings. No, more than kings. Gods. We rule as the absolute.
And my father?
Your father will do whatever you command him to, like any other subject in our kingdom. What do you say? Shall we be allies?
I can detect no deceit. This alliance could serve us well. And if it does not, well, we need not honor it.
Let's be allies, said the viper to the frog.
I'm gonna use this option here. I mean, we can use the insight, but it pretty much, if you pass it, it says that, yeah, he is fully intends to honor the pact. So I'll just say, I'll think about it. No promises.
Perhaps a demonstration of why you need my help will motivate you to make the right decision. Your camp is compromised. One among you is an imposter, a faceless. Who, I can't say. I'd suggest a thorough investigation. You'll find I speak the truth.
An imposter? But who in the hells?
The faceless in your camp is like a knife at your throat. Remove it quickly, or any alliance between us would be exceedingly short-lived.
You, Orin, Catherick, the Brain? What was your plan?
First, Orin the Red, bloody dagger of Baal, causes panic in the streets through killings in the Absolute's name. Next, the threat of the Absolute's monstrous armies formed by Merkel's general, Ketheric Thorn. In such circumstances, people crave strong leaders. Leaders that bring law, order, and protection. Leaders like me, Bane's unyielding hand, author of justice. You are soon to witness the people of Baldur's Gate granting me complete power over them, all out of fear of the Absolute. Next, we will declare curfew and begin infecting the masses. Our subjects will hear the voice of their absolute God. The faithful will do anything in the name of their God.
And so begins your tyranny.
Our tyranny? And we are saviors. Defenders of the Sword Coast. Our loyal subjects will love us, not hate us. What comes next will be entirely their fault.
Where in the nine hells did you find a powerful artifact like the crown?
Powerful connections. Let's leave it at that.
I've heard enough. Am I free to go?
Soon. First, come and be witness as I make history. The first Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
Fine. Let's get it over with.
You will follow me, and you will show due respect. Distinguished dukes, patriarchs, dearest Ravengard, I will heed your call. A new chapter begins.
Enver Gortash, swearest thou by Balduran's blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate from enemies within and without?
I swear.
Swearest thou true faith and fealty to the same, by word, deed, and decree, so that none may suffer?
I swear.
Gathered guests, grant ye consent?
We gonna say nothing.
Enver Gortash, the council appoints you Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
My friends, the steel watch stands ready. Let its blade fall on any who would diminish our city. And you, honored guest, will find me in my office above when you return. Do not come empty-handed.
There we go. And Karlag's got something to say.
So there you have it. Lord Enver Gortash in all his glory. What did you make of him?
He seems like an absolute fraud in the very nice coat.
Yeah. Fucker always had expensive taste. I don't know how anyone in this hall could fall for this charade. Isn't it obvious what a chancer he is?
When people are scared, they'll do whatever it takes to feel safe.
And they expect these big metal monsters to tuck them in at night while the Absolute knocks on the gates. If only they knew the truth. The Dead Three orchestrated all of this. And it's working. I wish this city, the people running it, were smarter than me. Gortash isn't their salvation. He's the monster at the gate.
Alright. So, there we go. We haven't really committed to the alliance. And I think what we're gonna do is actually, once Oren offers an alliance after kidnapping one of our companions, we'll take that deal. Alright, let's talk to Mizora.
What did I tell you? A momentous occasion. I'm sure you agree.
I've had enough, Mizora. What do you want?
Your attention, little pup. Nothing more. And you'll be glad to give it. You see, Gortash has had your father relocated.
Where have they taken him?
To the slaughter, the way I hear it.
Shit.
Your dad's good as dead, pup. And to think, there's no way to save him. Or is there?
You know something.
I know enough. I'll be in your camp if you want to work something out.
Alright, well, what do you have to say?
Of course she'd stick her infernal nose where it doesn't belong. Of course she's dreamt up some risible scheme. By all the hounds of the hells, what is she planning?
Mizora's up to nothing good. That's for certain.
Certainly not. But she's as inevitable as Toril's path around the sun. We'll have answers soon enough. Mizora's gone to camp. We should speak with her. Until then, may my father keep safe, whatever coop he's been flown to.
Alright, let's go. And which way do we go? This way. Yeah. And we're gonna do a little bit of metagaming.
Werewolf cubs. They'd be so
and I'll
adorable.
tell you why. Because in previous playthroughs, which was, you know, like over a year ago,
I've shown no.
when trying to rescue Duke Ravengard,
Should that
I
change,
took
I'll
a
take
couple
it you're
long
volunteering
rests,
to be
and he ended up being dead in the prison.
Buy me some protective
So we're
gloves.
just gonna go directly to the prison, kinda using some of our meta knowledge, or Bard's intuition if you wanna call it, to try and rescue Duke Ravengard as soon as possible. So that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, let's go to the lower city. But I'm not sure if it was fixed or not. It was like patches 6 and 7. So I think I last beat the game when it was like still patch 4 or 5. Do not rightly recall. But we'll just do it this way just to make sure that it actually happens. And I'll tell you how it normally goes if you're not metagaming.
Thank you for the lift, my friend.
Okie dokie, let's go. We're gonna be pretty much ignoring most of this stuff. Oh, we got a ring and a note from our strange ox. Where is that note? Slightly slimy note, I think that's it. Thanks for getting me in. I owe you one. Alright. Just don't do anything that will make me seek you out.
Heel man.
So now we're just heading directly to the docks. I wonder too. Yep. But anywho, normally how you would find the Iron Throne is trying to stop the Steel Watch production, and then the Gondians pretty much tell you, it's like, hey, our people are being held in this underwater prison, and we're forced to work for Gortash. And then you can go and try to rescue as many people as possible. Yeah, this right here is where we need to be, right? No. But we're just gonna... Yeah, this is not the right location. I believe this is the Carrion, Mystic Carrion house. So let's just continue moving this away. And one of these buildings is gonna be Society of Brilliance. So Omeluum and Blurg, members of it. Although I think Omeluum is missing in action. But anywho, we'll just go to the docks, and you actually, you know, still get the quest, because a side quest will start once we get close enough to the docks. Yeah, I think this is Society of Brilliance. No? Alright, who are you, lady?
Plenty of knowledge to be found in these books and scrolls, friend. That will stand to you long after the spent gold is forgotten.
Alright, let me see what you got. Do you have scrolls of expedited retreat? You do not. Alright.
My stall's no Candlekeep library.
That's fine. I think it's this one. No, Rainforest Home. Alright, we'll just continue heading this away. And there are some other taverns and shops around that we'll visit eventually. Oh yeah, this is Society of Brilliance right here. I don't know. Have been out of city for a while. Plus, you know how it is. They keep building or changing, demolishing stuff.
Lodge of the Society of Brilliance.
Yeah, so here we go. Let's talk to some of the people. I think there's gonna be a side quest to find Omeluum.
Well met. I am the Society's leading expert on myconid spore telepathy. But I've had to delay my experiments. Run out of spores, you see. I miss them, those myconid spores. Don't feel quite right without them. Probably shouldn't have inhaled them all so quickly.
Drugs are bad, okay? Alright, let's talk to this guy.
Ah, a surface dweller. You find yourself in the cradle of all knowledge relating to the Underdark. The Society of Brilliance. Tell me, what can the Society do for you?
I met two of your researchers in the Underdark, Blurg and Omeluum.
A wonderful research partnership. I'm sure you'll agree. They are upstairs if you wish to share any theories with them.
Alright, sounds good. Let's go upstairs and talk to Blurg.
Oh, cursed to put my hands on everything.
And who are you, lady?
I'm compiling a translation dictionary so warring species of the Underdark can understand each other. It's an essential step forward.
Alright. Pretty noble goal. There, Blurg. Bud. Long time no see.
My surface-dwelling friend, how long has it? I am glad to see you well. I see your tadpole remains in its state of suspension. Your case has set us on quite the detour from our planned expedition work. We've thought about very little else.
Where is Omeluum?
In the field seeking further subjects for study, though it has been gone for longer than I anticipated. After observing the nature of your tadpole's stasis, we felt it wise to report back to the Society. Omeluum went out into the city to seek out further undeveloped infections like yours. But I have heard nothing since. I admit, I'm somewhat concerned. We are usually sticklers for updating one another on our progress.
I'll track Omeluum down. Where was it headed?
Omeluum believed the answer to this riddle lay within the city walls, and held some connection to the cult of the Absolute. I had the distinct impression it was intentionally keeping its hypothesis from me, as though even the theory would be enough to put me in danger. Why that would be, I can only theorize myself. It is rather outside my area of expertise. Omeluum is most likely safe and well, and simply absorbed in its work. However, it would put my mind at rest to confirm it if you happen across its path.
Alright, come on. What's happening here? There we go. Have you anything to trade?
Naturally. The Underdark provided us with some most unusual salvage. Plenty to keep an inquiring mind busy.
Alright, and here I'll just have to look through. I think some of these items are actually the items that I sold them. Yep. So, do you have anything good? Momentum. Yeah, these are pretty decent boots. I don't think I need them. We'll take this alchemical ingredients that are gonna be useful to make some items. There we go. Yeah, we'll take one of these guys. And I think that's about it. Alright. Anything else here that we'll need? No, I think that's about that. Here we go. Have some coins. They're Blurg. And now we'll just continue on our way. And once we get close to an encounter, I think we're gonna call it a day and just do the encounter and then the Iron Throne on the next episode. So we're gonna move right over here and then call it a day, because the actual encounter is like located right here. Yeah, sounds like a pretty good plan to me. And actually, before we do that, well, why don't you summon an elemental, a water kind as well, and then a planar ally as well. Yeah, it's just gonna make this next encounter a lot easier. Right. Yeah, sounds good. Alright, as always, thank you for watching, and hope to see you again soon.